You know, they're running out. They missed the tunnel. They didn't have a Rhinos tunnel there on the left. But, you know, they're going to come out firing. That's their last game. They're leaving everything out on the park. You know, this is the last opportunity to show, listen here, this is what I got. You're going to take something from it. Oh, a little bit of dancing. Gotta love that.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, as much as we talk about the nerves of the occasion, it's a final after all. Anything can happen. You're only going to get to a final once in a while. But look at the energy, look at the confidence, look at the vibe inside that Rhinos team. They are good and ready to go.
And that's what you need. You see two different contrasts. You see, you know, the Badgers, they cool, calm, collected. And then you see the Rhinos, who are more festive.
Yeah, they've come for the party.
They just come to the party. They're not even going yet. But it's good to see. Still dancing, you know, still energetic. They're just excited. They just can't wait for that ball to go in there and get the game started. Ref, let's go.
Yeah, ref, blow that whistle, why don't you? And so she will. Just a reminder, 19-0 that scoreline in the boys final. What will we see in this particular encounter? Straight away, it's the Rhinos who forced the turnover. Quickly away, quickly route one, and straight, and 3 players to take her down. Again, we looked at some players in that earlier game. We could almost predict that they would kick for touch, and there again are some players who definitely won't. Here come the Badgers, though. Of course, the Rhinos coming away as winners last week, and it's certainly an opportunity for the Badgers to sort of pick up where their boys team left off and continue going.
Well, I must say, our number
Presenting
3
the ball.
has definitely made her presence felt. She made a turnover. She had 2 runs.
There it
and
goes.
she knows one way, and that is straight through the middle as she'll dot it down for 5.
Goodness me, that was one of your key dances as well in the earlier setup before the game kicked off.
Well, just so great. You're dancing off the field. You know, you're dancing on the field. You're dancing before the game. You know, and then using that dancing feet to go through the defender. But just great, smart play. You know, she knows where the try line is. You run hard, run straight. Someone has to tackle you, and if you're not going to commit to that, you know you're going to get points against you.
Absolutely, and of course nudging it over for the successful conversion. It's 2 more points, and they take a 7-0 lead. Do the Rhinos? There we go. Step again, and let me get through this gap, and I'll turn around, and then I'll just leave the ball right there. That's a good start. I mean, you said it earlier, Chris, our number 3 in the Rhinos, setting up a lot of that platform, certainly making her presence felt.
Yes, you often forget, you know, someone has to do the hard graft for someone to get some TV time, you know, and that's the forwards.
It's a hard blow on the whistle.
The ref a little bit unhappy in front of the ball. You know, it's something you need to get right. If you're going to kick the ball, you need to know that, you know, you need to start from behind your kicker.
That's right. You've got to stop advancing almost immediately. Here we go. 3 on her way through. She wouldn't mind a try of her own, I think. But happy to set it up for the team. Players out wide looking for the pass and the offload. And dancer number 2 from the earlier celebrations becomes try scorer number 2 as the Rhinos now take a 12-0 lead with the kick to come. There we go, 2 tries. She's used to the try line. She knows exactly where it is. 2 tries last week in Pretoria, and once again crossing here.
And it's just so simple, the old pull and pass. You know, that's what you taught at basics, you know, and it's still executed here in the final. And it's just so important that these girls just take it, make a little bit of eye contact, keep them in, you know, and then get some finisher in the corner.
Just not the nicest to kick. I'm sure she'll want to get rid of that one. Honey Camper, of course, the try scorer, and she'll be rightly pleased with it, and rightly pleased with that scoreline, 12-0.
Oh, Princess
Dumping tackle! Come on!
Yeah, you gotta love this. You know, this brings everyone to light. Body position perfect, committed. And booyah!
Can you get off the table now, please, Chris Dry? We've got work to do. Okay, here we go. It's Did I call it?
You did definitely indeed, and she's excited. There's smiles from ear to ear, and well deserved. You know, she's worked so hard in this first few minutes of the game, and if you look at this Rhino team, it's all one way. Again, playing with so much joy, so much excitement.
And she's been involved in the build-up to the 2 previous tries. Only right that she crosses for her own 5-pointer as well. Tricky conversion attempt. 17, a little bit of an embarrassed smile as she realizes not her best kick. Have a look at this one, why don't you?
Got to take a look at it one more time.
Thump. That was the tackle. There we go. Quick tap and go.
He even lost the boot there.
15 off to 3. And wow. Nicely done. Play restarted.
What you just missed was just not in screen. Another big hit coming in from the Rhinos. You know, they're making their presence known from every aspect of the game. They don't stop. They don't stop chasing you. Hopefully get another look at this. We just run it back. Body position again. Thump.
I mean, the pressure and the physicality.
Ouch.
And she remembered that. She remembers she was absolutely drilled in that tackle. Here we go. It's all Rhinos. One-way traffic. Reminder, 5 minutes only gone. We've already seen 3 tries. And maybe 4.
Oh,
just absolutely going in. It's going to take a couple to get her down. No, definitely not entering correctly.
Yeah.
Play wide.
Try.
You heard some shouting, play wide. She was having none of that. She just joined the 5-meter club, as we call it. There's 5 meters, you know, it's simple maths. If I'm going at 10, 20 kilometers per hour, you're not going to stop me, you know, from a dead end. And, you know, it's so great. Everyone's getting in the score sheet here. Taps. And, you know, I didn't get there in the beginning, but made sure I did.
Absolutely. Go wide, I think might have been code for go straight up the middle. Good try there. 4 tries so far. Look at that smile. Celebration.
But now again, now you're looking at the Badgers team. What have they got to do to get back in this game?
Well, I was about to ask you.
22 points behind. You know, what you actually got to do is just get this next kickoff, build a phase, put points on the board, right? And then it changes the game. The momentum changes, but you've got to do it before halftime.
And you've got to keep it away from those impact players, those very physical players who will run through you. At the moment, they're almost playing to the strengths of the Rhinos. That one going back and regathered by the Badgers. They're going to want to reset, present the ball. Referee calling for the ball to be released, the player rather to be released.
Oh, shut the gates!
Wow, why don't you lie down for a little bit? That looked...
I think we're still in shock from that hit.
Oh,
but do they ever stop?
Goodness gracious. That was a massive hit. I almost don't want to see it again, but I'd like to see it again because that was fantastic.
But the play goes on.
Play goes on. It's the relentless pursuit of more tries, more... Oh! Stolen! Maybe from an offside position.
The referee not happy about the 10. We're going to take another look at this.
Oh, I'm going to close my eyes. Crunch!
Tyron!
There's nothing wrong with that. When your forwards are putting in hits like that.
Goodness.
It just shows this well-rounded Rhinos team. They can score tries, they can put hits in. They don't stop, they're relentless at breakdown, they can scrum. You know, we just wait to see the line-out and then we've seen it all.
Referee was playing advantage. There was certainly none coming the way of the Badgers. They're going to want to give that ball as much air as possible, get away from the strength. We keep talking about it, get away from the strength of the Rhinos. The physical players inside that Rhinos team just dominating all and any encounters. Certainly that's not the way to play it, is to play to their strength.
Now this is something smart. They're trying a different approach. You know, if you can get a scrum, there are 5 forwards. Remember, this Rhino team can scrum. You need to get the ball out. But now you've technically only got 3 defenders, you know, so that opens up the space, opens up the game, you know, but you need to get clean ball. There's no loose forward looking after it. Maybe come a little bit closer and rather run than try and get those wide passes.
Quick, clean ball is what the Badgers will want, and then they will want quick distribution down that line and space out wide. They've certainly got that. That's the beauty of 10s, is that they ease a little bit of space out wide. Let's see what happens.
As the Badgers set up, also the blind, the sneaky wing, always hiding.
See that.
Smart play.
There we go. Tick the first box. That's exactly what they wanted. Win the line, win the scrum, but try not to lose possession. Look, we're almost at the end of the first half, and I got to tell you, it has been all Rhinos. I don't think I've looked to my left in terms of following play there. It's been all inside, deep inside the Badgers half of the field. Rhinos have helped themselves to 4 tries, and really good tries too.
Yes, important also to note that, you know, the wind is behind them as well. You know, in the second half they're going to be playing against the wind, which changes things completely. You know, so interesting to see how they close up this game.
Also, I'm keen to see the effect of the coaching advice at halftime. Will we see another try though before that halftime whistle blows? Just a bit of coaching advice at the halftime huddle, just to calm the nerves on both teams. But mostly just to reset the aim and the focus of the Badgers as the Rhinos step inside.
Clinical stuff from this Rhino team. You know, it touched almost every hand in that back line, and that's what you want. You want the distribution. You know, you want to get the ball through the hands, let the ball do the work, and that's what they've done. They start on the right, straighten up, went through the hands, nothing fancy. All you have to do is spread it. No, not even a goose step in that line, just the spread of the ball. And, you know, that's what you're going to do. That's what you need to do if you want to get points on the board.
Exactly. I think that's a brace of tries there for Camphor, as it's the Rhinos with a 27-0 lead at halftime. Wasn't expecting this scoreline, I got to tell you, to be fair. And it's all to do for the Badgers in the second half.
Well, my goodness me, what an incredible first half from the Rhinos. Defending champions of last weekend in the Academy Girls category, and they look very much on course to do the double, don't they, Kat?
Oh, they were incredible there. The amount that we saw big hits, we saw loads of tries, like fantastic display of rugby. And they're so young as well, and so much talent there. Like, just think of, with even more experience, what they're going to go on to.
Yeah, certainly. It seems like they have such a great mix of player in and amongst their team so far. And certainly someone that stuck out last week was the player of the match, Honey Proudfoot. And she's already got 2 tries in this match again. I mean, she's just so impressive.
I was going to say, I think she's putting her hand up for player of the match again, isn't she? She's really wanting that target. But they work so well as a team. They are so slick. They'd scored 3 tries within a matter of minutes. And they're just, you know, very, very clinical side.
And interestingly, they are the top seeds in this group. They won last week as top seeds, and out the 6 finals with the top seeds involved, 5 of them have won. So it just shows how much an advantage it is to get through your group with as top.
You're playing like effectively 1 less game in that day, but you have so much rest after it, and you're not having to get battle hardened through it. They're just resting and really focusing on just that 1 game.
Certainly. Okay, well, the Rhinos certainly with their horn out in front by a country margin after that first half, but let's see what the Honey Badgers have in this second. Back up to Jeremy and Chris for the second half.
Thanks very much, Jen. As you say, it is in all Rhinos, massive advantage that they enjoy after that first 10 minutes of play, and looking forward to see what the response is, more than anything else, what the response is from the Badgers as they kick off and get us underway.
Yeah, in that circle you saw Liska Latergan, which is, you know, former Blitzbok herself, you know, giving the right advice. They're not going to get their foot off the pedal. You know, this Rhino team, they still want more, they still want to get more out of the game. But now again, the Honey Badgers, opportunity, you know, for them to get some points on the board and try and change this game around.
I mean, we've seen other games where they've been a sort of a 10, maybe 12, 14-point advantage, and teams have been able to turn it around. How do you turn around a 27-point advantage?
It has been done, Jeremy, but you know, one thing is important, that, you know, you got to look after your ball. Every opportunity counts.
I'm going to remind you that was a Badgers put in into that scrum, and yet the Rhinos came away with it as clean as if it was them putting in into the scrum.
Yeah, you know, you look at the brand of rugby that the Rhinos play. They started, you know, all their teams are good scrummagers. You know, they're such a force, you know, in that area. And it's so important if you can utilize that. It puts your backs on the front ball, but also turnover-wise, they've made so many turnovers at the scrum time.
Bind!
So, you know, it's another weapon that you can use. You know, it's another, we call it a tool in the toolbox.
Absolutely. They've certainly got an extra couple of tools in there as well. I mean, the fact is that they know about, they've put premium on the position, the platform that they set for themselves, and they start with that platform right there at the scrum. Strong players in that scrum, giving them an opportunity to set up and free up the back line to do almost anything they want.
Set.
Here it comes, just completely disrupted by that Rhinos scrum. Just the strength there, and maybe also just the technical knowledge. Speed up the wing. Oh, into touch. What a tackle. Crucial tackle, needed to be done.
Crunchy tackle, but she took off with so much pace, and to get there on that cross defense.
Let's have a
You
look
know,
at
she
this.
really backed herself, went around one. She wasn't going to go around two. Oh, put shoulders on her hip, and that's the only way you're going to get her out of that touch. Great cover defense, and that's what we want to see from these honey badgers. You know, that's what we want to see. That's how it starts. Get a little confidence.
Exactly.
Now let's get the line out.
Exactly. I was about to say that that kind of tackle, that kind of just that moment will give them confidence now to build from that. Wow, she's going to feel a little bit sore a little bit later. But at that, of course, is our double try scorer, Camper, of course, from earlier in that first half.
Go.
Yeah, a little different kick that over there. It didn't work.
There we go, ball presented, looking for a way to free up the faster players in that Rhinos backline. Here it comes now again. Spots the gap, I mean, if there was a gap, and he's just all over it, losing it ball forward though. An opportunity here for the Badgers to come away with it, riding a couple of tackles. And here come the Badgers again. Absolutely taken. Oh! Goodness me, Chris Dry always jumps on the table when it's a good tackle, and here he is again in front of me.
Yeah, you got to love a hit as a forward. You know, we're not doing the step dance things. So when a hit is there to be taken, you know, we want all of it.
Goodness me, such a character is Chris Dry. But nonetheless, it's all Badgers, it's all Rhinos at the moment. This one is going to be another 5-pointer as they come in for an opportunity to disrupt, but not to be.
Yeah, she spotted the space, but not only that, she worked hard. You know, it wasn't just a run through dry, this one. This was some work. And you could see she's elated but tired. All started over the turnover.
Gets
it. Clinical stuff.
And is gone. She's gone.
She's gone. She bust one, she bust two. And then, you know, she almost didn't get there, but enough meters just to fall over. But you could see she worked hard, made the turnover, fended off one or two, and then finished it off.
Good body position and also protection of the ball in that tackle as she went over, because it's so easy to lose it in the tackle.
Yeah, crucial. You know, when you're young, you're taught how to dive. It doesn't just come naturally. 2 hands on the ball, make sure you fall.
Great pick up there from 14. She's got wheels, and somebody needs to tell her to stop running. Okay, there we go. She stopped running.
Yeah, she is quick and exciting to watch, especially when she's got a little space and she doesn't need a lot. You know, give her a little.
Look at this.
Another
How about
mistake.
this pickup?
The pickup. She really went for it, and then had the presence of mind to go around. Smart play under the poles. You know, get your kicker stats up. Why don't you?
Exactly. It's 32-0 to the Rhinos, the kick to come.
And it's just so interesting to see, you know, in a couple of years' time, as you mentioned, where these players are going to be and where it all started for them. You know, this is their first showcase for some of these players, you know, on this type of stage.
Absolutely.
And they're enjoying it fully, but also, you know, there's so much more opportunity that hopefully can come from this. You know, a lot of people watching this and looking at these girls and really quality rugby that we see here.
39-0 is the lead. It's a one-horse race, as the Rhinos are definitely going to come away as winners. But will it be a 0 scoreline for the Badgers?
Move.
Lost in the tackle. And you got to feel for the Badgers, you know, Chris. I mean, they've tried. They've just come up against a really strong, particularly scrummaging unit in the Rhinos. And the other thing is they've just not been able to retain possession and string phases of play together.
It's just so difficult, you know. This Rhino team looks like they have been at it for weeks and months, but they actually haven't. They got together a few days, you know, put something together, and that's the difficult part. You're playing against a team that looks so mature. You know, they're doing everything right. Not only defensively, they can attack, but they've got the game sense, and that's what makes it very hard to beat. You know, you got a team that, you know, is physically strong, but also smart, and you know, to break that wall down is going to be very difficult. It's going to be a difficult task for anyone.
Well, just take a look at this scrum as the Rhinos once again will dominate it, surely. In comes the put in. Oh.
A little bit unusual scrum going out of the way. Technical issue though.
Yeah, that was a technical ruling by the referee, but the right one obviously, as the Badgers go away with it.
Try scorer getting some meat.
Badgers looking to just find each other, find a sequence of play which has completely escaped them this entire game.
Oh, there's another one. And we've seen a couple of those in this match, and they're still not done.
Oh my word.
Whoa.
I said wrong. Oh, sorry.
And just when you think it's
Crunch.
about to go,
And it's not over yet.
and you can just see the excitement on the bench. They're jumping over. They want to get involved. And that's enjoyment to the fullest.
You thought that was tough? Let me introduce you to my little friend.
Crouch.
There we go. It's the Rhinos who have just absolutely owned this game. 39-0 with a minute and some change that remain.
70.
Yeah, and you also got to look, you know, the Honey Badgers, you know, this might be not their best game, but they had to work hard to get here. They're in a final, you know, so
exactly.
it is a starting point for them. Yes, you may be not getting the result that you wanted in the final, but you got there and you've proven that you can play some good rugby. So, you know, sometimes you're not always happy with the result, but you have to take the positives out of this.
Exactly, and sometimes it just doesn't go for you in a particular game, and in this game, Sydney is one of those cases.
And 39 points down, there's still hits flying. You know, this is entertainment to the fullest.
Last play.
I mean, I bet you that these girls have got no idea what time is left on the clock. They'll just play and play until that ref blows that final whistle, and they're having a great time. So many standout players inside that Rhinos team. They've all played a part. You can see the excitement from the substitutes standing on the bench. I mean, on the sidelines. Look at that. There's for a
classic scrum.
Looking. Oh, we're tired now.
She put it out, and look at this. Hugs and smiles all around.
Out sprinting the coach. Oh, that's just absolutely lovely to see. You just know what it means to them. You don't even have to be part of that team, part of that setup. You just know what it means to them. Here we go. love it.
I think, you know, learning those moves is the same time that they had on the practice field. But, yo, what a showcase. You know, they have been, you know, not only in this tournament, but in this final particularly, they were so clinical. They were just
look at this.
Something
Look
else.
at this. This for me is also the best part. Just in, you know, congratulating each other. Well done for being in the final. Sorry we had to win, but so be it. Really nice to see. Lovely, lovely. Well done. It's the spirit of the sport. I really like it. Of course, we're getting ourselves ready for the trophy presentation, and then also the medal presentation. Lots of great memories being made out of this one. And congratulations and commiserations from the coaching staff as well. Means a lot to this Rhinos team. Very, very happy with that performance. Crunching result in that final, and a really amazing result. They'll be very happy with it. And as you say, Chris, they came together just a short while ago. I mean, I'm going to call it not more than a month ago, and have put together a team that looks like they've known each other for all their lives.
There we go.
There we go.
The
There's
dancing has started.
The dancers.
Well, take
Yo.
some time for the photo.
Yeah, exactly.
Take some time for the photo.
We need something for the gram, if you don't mind.
And just a great team effort. You know, you're
Yeah,
looking at individuals that stood out, but everyone stood out in this team. You know, they are just a team that, you know, given the time, who knows where they can go. Be great to see if you can keep a couple of these teams, you know, together, and
Exactly.
the same players, because
Exactly.
they've just gelled so well. This will go, the celebration will go well into the night, I can assure you.
There's going to be a lot more dancing where that came from. There we go, off to the trophy presentation. Oh, it's lovely to see. Willem Strauss, of course, presenting the trophy. There we go. Got to tell you that there's quite a bit of heat coming off the back of their presentation. Well done to them.